Crafty Mess, and I'm back with another video. Today is going to be an Amazon unboxing video, and we're going to be going over some of the products I just ordered from Amazon for my epoxy and resin making. Let's get right into it, but before we do, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit that notification bell, and share with all your crafty friends. First product we're going to go into is the Moidoi 45-piece resin toolkit. And you're going to get a whole bunch of products in this for $14.99. I'll link it in the description box. If you do use my link to purchase, there's no extra cost to you, but Amazon will help your girl out. All right, so first things first, you get 4 of these cute little silicone measuring cups, which are going to be reusable, and these are great. They have a pour spout. You can really get your resin and epoxy exactly where you want it to go. You're going to get a bag of these finger cots, and that's great for, spreading your resin or epoxy with your finger. You get 5 of these little pipets, which are actually not going to be reusable if you're using them for epoxy or resin, but it lets you be able to really get it into small spaces. So you get a few of those. You're going to get some wooden stir sticks. And then they include some plastic measuring cups that have the lines for measurement on the side of them, but they're not going to be necessarily reusable depending on what you put in them. So just keep that in mind. And then 2 of the larger mixing cups that are silicone, so they are washable and reusable. And then these are my favorite out of the kit. I would have paid $14.99 just for these products right here. So what you get is you get these tweezers, and they have a curved, very pointy edge. So that's great for placing your embellishments in your resin exactly where you want them to go. Okay. And then you get 3 of these little metal sticks that have these jeweled ends on them, which I think are really cute. One is pointy. One has kind of like a scoop, and that's good for putting your mica powders and glitters. And then the other is flat and straight. And then last but not least, you're going to get 2 of these silicone brushes that would be good for stirring or spreading your epoxy, and those are washable and reusable. And I can't remember off the top of my head if I went over this, but you also get this very large silicone mat, which is catching all the dust and glitter and everything from my workspace. But I just want to open it up so you can see just how big it is. So this is a great work surface for working with resin or epoxy because you can wash it off and it is reusable. All right, so again, $14.99 for the 45-piece kit, and it'll be linked below. All right, next in line we have a resin mold from one of my favorite mold companies, Let's Resin. Let me tell you why I love this company. First of all, they make such cute molds, but more importantly, they're very reasonably priced. So this is their serving board mold, okay? And this mold is only $13.99 plus tax, okay? And then they always include like a little coupon that you can use for future purchases. I will link this particular mold in the description box below, but isn't it cute? And I just can't wait to do something with this mold. I already have some really cute ideas in mind on how I want to work with this. So again, this mold was just $13.99, and it's from a company by Let's Resin. Can't wait to do a video showing you guys what I do with this. Now, the other thing that I love about this company is that they always provide this little zippy bag for any of their molds, no matter how big or small. So when I'm not using it, I can put it back in the protective bag, zip it up, and store it away. Okay, so the next 2 items are molds for wine racks. So these essentially, once you've created them, this hole here fits over the top of a wine bottle, and then the two slots on the end are the perfect size for you to insert wine glass. Now this one is a little bit bigger, so if you have those big thick wine glasses that we can find sometime at the Dollar Tree, this one would probably work better with that. And then I could see these maybe for champagne flutes or the smaller stem wine glasses. Now I can't even begin to pronounce the name of the company that I purchased this from, but I will link it in the description box below. Both of these molds came together in a 2-pack. It's listed in the description as Wine Rack Resin Mold 2-pack. And they were just $9.89 plus the tax. And I'm not going to take them out of their protective packaging because unlike the Let's Resin molds, they don't provide a very sturdy option for repackaging them other than this little plastic bag. Okay. Again, I can't wait to use these and make a video for you guys. All right, so I'm sorry for all those noise, the traffic in the back, but yeah, it's been exceptionally busy on this street today. Anyways, let's go to the next item. This item is a Tic Tac Toe game board mold. So this portion here would be for your tic tac board, and they put these boxes in here so that the pieces fit in perfectly. And then over on the side, you have the actual game pieces. Now, the only downside is there are only 2 game pieces for each one. So you'll have to mold the game pieces more than once to have enough to actually play the game. But I don't really see that as a downfall. But just know that, you know, if you're using epoxy, the epoxy is going to take at least 24 hours for it to cure. So you're going to have to, you know, carve out a few days to do this project. Other than that, I think it's an absolutely beautiful mold. I actually saw another YouTuber use this mold to make a game board, and I can't remember her name off the top of my head right now, but I will link it below if you want to take a look at the video. But I think that I may try to replicate or at least do my own version of what she did. This is a mold that's made by the company Midi Rain, and it was $11.59 plus tax. Now, it doesn't have as sturdy a bag as with the Let's Resin, but they do provide something more than that just cheap plastic, okay? So, again, can't wait to use this one. All right, next up we have another mold from Let's Resin, and this is a serving tray mold. It's rather large, you can see. If we put it up, it's measuring about 12 by 8, so it's rather large, and it came with 2 handles so that you could put these handles on the tray once you're done. Okay, so I am going to link this one also in the description box below, but I want to show you a product that I also purchased to use with this mold. It's by a different company, and I'll have to look up what the name of the company is. But it is a mold for handles. Okay? So, let me go ahead and open this. Sorry for the noise with that plastic. I haven't opened it yet, as you can see. Sorry about that. Get it out of there. So you can see here's one mold, and this is going to be for, you know, smaller, shorter handles, but it has kind of like a curve to it. That's one mold. Then you have this mold, which is going to be straight handles, and they're long handles. Okay. You have this one, which are straight handles, and they're short handles. And then this one, which is the curved long handle. So this, you get all 4 of those handle molds, and it was only $11.99. I can't pronounce the name of the company that provided these, but I will link it below for sure for you guys. And then for this Let's Resin mold, I purchased this one a while back, but I haven't used it yet. So I'm going to have to go back through my previous orders to remember exactly how much I paid for this mold. But I don't think it was more than about 15 bucks. All right, let's move on. Okay, so if you guys have been keeping up with the craft world, you know that the handmade, homemade Dominoes, whatever you want to call it, has been all the craze. And I have also purchased a mold from one of my favorite companies, Let's Resin. This one is together a full set of Dominoes, but it is 2 separate molds. And the cost for this set was only $14.99, y'all. I can't believe that. I tried months ago to purchase a mold from someone on Etsy, and they wanted to charge me $80 for the mold. So $14.99 is an absolute steal. And I've already used this one just so I can try and, you know, see what it would come out. I only made 2 Dominoes, y'all, so it wasn't, I didn't make a whole set. But I can't wait to do a whole set and to give you guys a video on how I do it. And you can see how easily you can just store that back in its cute little bag. Next, I have this cute little set that you can use to make barrettes. So it actually did come with the barrettes as well. I'm just doing the video for the mold, so the barrettes are in the other room. But you can see there's all different kinds of shapes and sizes that you can use to make your own barrettes. And you can always purchase additional hardware for the barrettes once you've used what comes in the kit. So this is going to be a total of 27 pieces that was in the kit. So these molds plus the actual hardware that you apply to the back. It was only $14.81, and I'll make sure that I link that in the description box below. Okay, so this is the actual last molds that I'm going to show you. All of these molds came in one package, and this is the Island Resin molds. Gives you like an ocean style effect. So just taking a look at the mold, what you can see, and I'm sorry, my lighting is horrible. Let's see if I can make that better by lifting this shade just a bit. Ugh, that made it worse. Okay, let me get the situation rectified. It is what it is, y'all. Okay, so with these molds, basically you have 2 sides to the mold. You have one that is the solid shape, and then you have one that is going to be kind of like where it has like ridges in it, grooves. Hopefully you can see that. You got all of these pieces that came in that kit for $13.99. I did try using this one in my with UV resin, so it has a little bit of the glitter that's still left behind. I'll do a more thorough job of cleaning that out, but it's awesome. So what you do is you mold this side first, then you take that out and then put it on this side and then apply the epoxy, and it creates like an ocean or a wave effect. Beautiful. I'll make sure that I link that in the description below. Okay, so as I mentioned, that was the last mold that I wanted to show you guys. So next, what I purchased in this particular haul were some dried pressed flowers that can be used in your resin and epoxy crafts. And I saw these flowers and thought immediately that I wanted to use these in the cutting board mold. And then I thought also that they would look really, really cute in that serving tray. So these 4 came in one set. It's 126 pieces of dried pressed flowers. They were $15.99. And you can see there's a variety of colors, shapes, sizes, and each of the packages, and the packages are sealed pretty tightly to preserve them. So that's one set. And then I purchased this set as well. This is 120 pieces, so I guess 6 less than the other one. This one was $13.99, and then they included these tweezers with it. So this one is 3 packages, a little bit different colors and a little bit different flowers as well. Okay, I'll make sure that I link all of these in the description box. All right, last but not least, I finally went ahead and invested in some better PPE for when I'm using resin and epoxy. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this. This is made by a company by the name of NASM Productions. I purchased it from Amazon. I did do some research, and I upgraded and purchased some additional filters. Okay, so I purchased the dust mask. The dust mask by itself would not work for like pollution, pesticides, things like that. So what I did was I upgraded the cartridges and swapped out the cartridges that came with it for these carbon cartridges. And the carbon cartridges block out all the fumes and vapors and gases and everything that the dust mask wouldn't. I don't know why this came off, maybe because I just put it back into the box. But it is a half face mask, goes around your head, this goes around your neck. It also came with these goggles, and it came with some earplugs and some additional cotton filters. But like I mentioned, I went ahead and purchased the gas mask filter canisters, which is why now I'm comfortable with working with the UV resin and the epoxy with that upgrade. The mask itself, let me go ahead and look up the price on the mask, was $27.99, and the carbon cartridges upgrade was $16.40, and I'll make sure I link those both below. All right, now this is pretty much going to conclude the unboxing video. If you haven't already done so, please take the time now to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And again, share with all your crafty friends. Thank you for joining me today. Hopefully next video will be me using some of this and showing you what I come up with. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.